Welcome back, everybody. Back with part 4, talking about purging today. So, stay tuned. Alright, in the last video, I showed you guys how to tack up. Video before that, showed you how to set up your torch, your machine. Video before that, we were on prepping your material. Now, we're arriving at purging. So, you want to purge your pipe so that you don't get nasty black. They call it sugaring, but it's oxidation from the heat of the weld being exposed to oxygen. Well, from the metal being exposed to oxygen at that high of a temperature when you're welding it. So you really want to purge, especially for anything that's going to be coming before a turbo. So you run gas on the inside of here, and it will keep it nice and smooth, just like that. So, got a couple of purge plugs here. We've got these Tycon Industries silicone plugs, and I've got just some eBay aluminum purge plugs, which are nice because you can pretty much weld right on top of them. These ones will catch on fire if you get pretty much within an inch of them, which is not fun. I've done it before, and it kind of sucks. So I'll run over and show you guys what I'm running for gas flow, and we can then come back over here and I'll show you how I get this all set up. Alright, so I just shut the welder off to so you guys can hear me better. Pretty simple here. You got CFH on the dual flow meter. I told you guys about this in my video on gas flow. Get it on Amazon if you need one. About 50 bucks. But you know, you run up to 40, sometimes if you got a really big cup, 50 CFH for your torch. But for purging, you really, all you need is, now the middle of this ball is what measures. So that would be 10 CFH. We don't want to be quite that high with a small piece like this. Come down like 5 to 7. Alright. And the bigger your piece, you can put that a little higher, but I wouldn't recommend going over like 13, because you'll start to get turbulence, which is where the air is kind of spinning around in there, and it's not good to get the best purge. So you want a nice, low, even flow. I got my line running over from the tank, and I'll get the camera set up and show you guys how I put these plugs in. Alright guys, so you want to make sure you got your gloves, your welding gloves, or some rubber gloves on when you're doing this, so you're not getting any contaminants on your pipe. First, we're just gonna take this plug, put it in there, and then tap it in a little bit. This can be a little tricky sometimes, but alright, and then you want to look around, make sure there's no gaps, and you should be good to go. On this side, I'll show you one of these. Just take it, push it in there. Push it down flush. Alright. Now, when you first start your purge, you want to have the exit end where the gas is coming out, you want that facing up towards the roof. Argon is heavier than oxygen, which is what you're trying to get out, the oxygen. So it will, like, imagine this was water coming up through here. It would fill up here and then slowly fill up this whole thing. And then once all the oxygen was out and there was no space in here, it would start flowing out the top. And that's basically what you're trying to get with the argon, so that there's no oxygen left and it's just a solid chamber of argon, so that it will shield the weld entirely. And once you give it on a small part like this, probably just give it 30 seconds, a minute, just to be safe. And on larger parts, I tend to just go overkill so that I'm sure that it's going to be fully purged. And you just, you wait a few minutes. You can lick your finger, make sure you feel that gas flowing out, and wait a couple of minutes, and you should be ready to weld. Once you wait that few minutes, you can set it around, move it around in any position, and you want to be careful that these plugs don't get pulled out when you're moving the part around. And as the part heats up, they can loosen and fall out. So you just want to, check them every now and then, make sure they're tight. And once you're purged, you're ready to weld.